Life is all about things you are passionate about, or the things that make you happy and give you joy. Have you found your passions yet? Have you been enjoying your passions for years already? Some people are lucky enough to have their job be their passion. Some people have a great hobby that they get so much happiness out of, or a leisure activity. And some people still have no idea or no clue what their passion is, and they are lost. In today's speaking lesson, I will teach you some natural English phrases that will help you describe all three of these scenarios. These natural phrases will really help you feel confident talking about yourself, talking about your passions, your work, your hobbies in a natural English conversation. Let's practice together today with a speaking lesson. So the first scenario that we'll go over is if you are passionate about your work. Now, you might be one of those people that are lucky enough to find joy in your job. Some people, a job is just a paycheck, and that's a little bit sad, but it's the reality of our world. You have to earn money somehow. Personally, yes, I'm very passionate about teaching English. It is not just a paycheck. I literally will have conversations with people just for fun. I love teaching English. And I love learning about my students. That's a big thing that makes me passionate about my job. A common English phrase to say when you really do love your job is, I'm in love with my job. I'm in love with my job. The phrase I'm in love usually is talking about a person, but we commonly say in English that we are in love with our jobs if we find lots of joy in our occupation. And occupation is just a more formal word for job. Job is completely acceptable, or I'm in love with my career. Another common phrase is my job doesn't even feel like work. Now, if your job doesn't feel like work at all, you are very lucky. Congratulations. Sometimes my job feels like work when I'm writing lessons and editing videos, but for the most part, when I'm teaching English, it doesn't feel like work. It just feels like something I do for fun. And probably the most common English phrase I'll teach you in this lesson is time flies when you're having fun. Yes, this means that you can look at your watch. It'll be, let's say, 12 o'clock. And all of a sudden the day flies by, or the day goes by very quick. It doesn't even feel like a full work day. The next time you check your watch, it is 5 o'clock and it's time to go home. Because you're having so much fun, the time goes quickly. Time flies when you're having fun. A hobby is what you do in your leisure time, or it's what you do in your spare time, which is the time that's not spent working or doing other responsibilities, or your leisure time. These are all common ways we say our extra time in the United States. If you want to talk about something you're passionate about doing for a hobby, you could say, I'm passionate about. It's very cliche to talk about your passions, but you might really just have a passion in a sport, or maybe it's a craft like knitting, writing, reading, cooking, or philanthropy could even be your passion. Maybe you are very active in your charity work that you do. That's called philanthropy. So the first phrase we'll use is I'm passionate about, and you fill in the blank. I spend most of my spare time. Maybe you spend most of your spare time reading. Maybe you spend most of your spare time writing. Fill in that blank with your hobby. This is, again, a very natural way to describe what you like to do in an English conversation. This is a funny phrase, and it's pretty common here in the United States. If you have a difficult job, you work lots of hours during Monday through Friday, our work week, and then once it gets to the weekend, you spend all of your spare time doing your hobby. So maybe you're a runner, and on weekends, that's what you do. You wake up in the morning and you get your long run in, you exercise, you do other things dedicated to your running hobby. You are a weekend warrior. So if you want to tell someone that this is your scenario here, you could say, I am a weekend warrior when it comes to running, or I am a weekend warrior when it comes to fill in your hobby. This phrase is not just used for hobbies, but any other activity that you love to do, or it could be used for a food that you love a lot, or a show, or a song, or a singer. You can use the phrase, I can't get enough of. I can't get enough of. Again, maybe you're a runner. I'm a runner personally. I love to run outside, especially when the weather is very warm, and I cannot get enough of running. It sounds crazy because when I was much younger, I hated running, but now I just can't get enough of it. Maybe you'll find this next phrase to be a little bit funny, and I don't know if it translates into other languages perfectly, so let me know in the comments if you say a phrase like this in your native language. You can say, I eat, sleep, and breathe running. Or if you're a writer, you could say, I eat, sleep, and breathe writing. This means that all of your time in the day is dedicated to your hobby. It can be just a dramatic way to say, I spend as much time as possible doing it. I cannot get enough of it. Again, like the phrase I used before. I eat, sleep, and breathe teaching English. It means that you enjoy doing it as much as you eat, as much as you sleep, and as much as you breathe. You need to do it to be happy in life. Now, maybe you're like me. I was a little bit lost in my early 20s. I went to college, but I wasn't sure at first what I wanted to do. I thought I might want to be a Spanish teacher, or I thought I might want to be a business person. But once I found teaching English as a career and a hobby, really, I was set. I found my passion. But I know that's not the case for everyone. It certainly wasn't the case for me in my early 20s again. So if you're not sure what you're passionate about, I'm going to give you two very natural English phrases you can use. You could say, I'm still figuring out what I love in life. This is just a very basic but natural explanation to tell people, I don't know what the heck I want to do. Maybe you're very young. Often we ask, people who are 15, 16, 17, 18, what they want to do in life, what their passions are, and I think it's a crazy expectation to think that they should know that already. So a very delicate, very professional way you can say this is, I'm still figuring out what I love in life or what I love to do in life. And another cliche yet natural phrase that you should know is to say, I'm taking some time to find myself. This phrase is also used when you're breaking up with someone in a relationship. You just say, I need some time away from you. I need some time to find myself, or I'm taking some time to find myself. If you are in a gap between school, so maybe you just graduated high school and you're not going to college yet, you're just taking a little bit of time before you plan on going, you could say, I'm taking some time to find myself. Not that you're necessarily physically lost, but you need to find what you're passionate about. This is the repeat after me section of this lesson. So if you need help speaking like a native speaker and you just need that speaking practice, but you don't have a speaking partner, use today's lesson to speak out loud. Maybe record yourself if you're feeling very brave and want to improve your English even more. But just speaking with me in this video will be a great exercise. Let's go over the phrases. I'm in love with my job. My job doesn't even feel like work. Time flies when you're having fun. For this next section, I am going to use my hobby as running, but you talk about whatever hobby you like, fill in the blank here. I'm passionate about running. I spend most of my spare time going for runs. I am a weekend warrior when it comes to running. I can't get enough of running. I eat, sleep, and breathe running. Now, for those of you that are still lost, still searching, here are your phrases. I'm still figuring out what I love in life. I'm taking some time to find myself. Great job in today's speaking lesson. I know that if you spoke out loud with me, you are improving your English. Even if you don't have a speaking partner, there are ways to practice, so great job. Thanks for watching today's English lesson. If you liked this lesson and you're learning natural English that native speakers really use, you're gonna wanna subscribe to my channel because I think that the lessons I teach will really help you out, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up. That would help support me so much, so thank you. And if you want to follow me on Instagram at English with Kayla, I teach daily English lessons there as well. Thank you so much for watching today's lesson. Good luck studying English. I'll see you next time.